episode of This Square Room, your new favorite podcast, with new episodes every single Tuesday. My name is Jonel.
And I'm Desi D18.
Did you have to come in with the bass like that? Like, I wasn't expecting it. Okay. I hate, you see, you can't, oh my God.
Baby, that's super bass.
I want to vom.
I want to throw up since you said it like that.
I knew you wouldn't like it like that, but you did something I didn't like, so
I like it like that.
What's that accent?
Oh, me, Kaden, and his mom were going through some things, and yeah.
We're going through some things?
Yeah, there's a lady's name that she works with or works for her. And she said the lady's name, and
yeah, I think that story is gonna be done because it doesn't sound like it's going in a good direction, and I'm not trying to get canceled.
Ooh, whoa.
I think is this the last week of May?
This is the last week of May.
Do you know what I found out recently?
That this is the last week of May.
I mean, yes, but May is National Masturbation Month, and I instantly thought of you. And I'm like, okay, if there's any month for him to be him, it's this month.
Yeah, that's crazy because, I feel like I haven't, expressed myself fully this month.
Oh, I thought you'd be like, oh, that's crazy because I've been masturbating like crazy this month.
No.
That's where I thought it was going to go.
No, a lot's been going on this month, so I've been kind of too busy too.
Oh, so you've been masturbating less or not at all?
Like average.
Oh, God. Average is more than your average is more than the average.
Oh
guy's
yeah.
average.
Then more than them for sure.
Yeah, so it's still a lot. Your average is a lot. Your average was average is not 4 times a day.
Oh, it's dropped from that then.
No, but back then when you said was that average? That
was
average.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, because I do it when I get home from work to go to sleep, and then I'd wake up and let's see where we left off.
To go to sleep and to wake up.
Let's see where we left off.
What do you mean? Don't you go to completion?
Yeah.
I know you hate when
yeah, but yeah. And I want to know what video, because I told you, I click.
So what do you, you're not
I don't just watch one.
Off.
I don't watch one video at a time, though.
Again. What do you mean?
I click a whole bunch of tabs. I open 4 or 5 tabs.
You should direct your own porn. You should be a porn director because you know what you like. So rather than having to watch a whole bunch of different things, you make things for guys like you who are like, oh, I like this in the beginning, but this is the type of stuff I like in the middle. The reason
I actually thought about it is because I know that they're like, okay, wait, stop. I don't want to do that. I just want to kind of tell them what to do and them just do what I'm picturing them doing. Yeah, but the point
of a director is you gotta give direction.
I don't want to.
So you just want to be a creepy perv on the set, just in the corner. Don't look at me like that.
I didn't say I want to be there. I'm okay on the other side of the screen.
Oh, you just want to watch.
Yeah.
You don't want to be part of the production. I just mean if you're part of the production, you can make stuff that you want instead of combining together 5 different videos in one masturbation session.
The only part of the production I'd want to be in is, let's say I'm doing the interviews, right? Where they set up the camera and they're like, all right, what's your name? Da 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 da. What made you get into the... You haven't seen those videos? And then they're like, okay, take off your shirt.
But you're behind, isn't that casting couch?
Yeah, I want to do that.
Video.
I can do that.
I remember seeing a couple casting couch. You know which ones I really remember are Bang Bus videos. I don't know why. Again, I have never once in my life ever masturbated to porn, but sometimes you're like, this is interesting. In what?
Does that mean you've masturbated before?
I tried
oh
it
my God,
once.
Forget it. As soon as you said I tried, just never mind.
No, and I was like, ooh, this is not for me.
Who's touching me?
Okay. I was just like, nah, I don't think this is for me. And that's why everyone's like, oh, you need to use toys, you need to blah, blah. And I was like,
nah.
I'm like, I'm good. I don't really get the urge to anyways. It's because everyone was like, oh, you gotta masturbate. So I'm like, okay, let me try. Let me, practice some self-love, if you know what I'm saying. And I was like, nah. If that's self-love, I don't love myself. Sorry.
Oh, boy.
Wow, I love how that's what you got out of it.
Yeah. It's how you said what you said.
How did I phrase it?
You said you never masturbate to porn.
Right.
You just say I don't masturbate.
True, but because I'm specifically talking about porn, I'm saying that if I watch porn, it's more so like a curiosity thing, not like a arousal thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I felt like it was important to say it like that.
No, don't worry. We know you don't masturbate, Joe. Don't worry.
What if this is someone's first time listening to the podcast?
At least they know you don't masturbate.
No, but like, you see, you stay trying to paint me to be worse than I am.
We just stop. I masturbate for the both of us. Don't worry about it.
You know what? Thank you. Good looking
No
out.
problem.
That's a real friend. He's like, I will pick up your slack.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
You also pick up the slack of most of North America.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Okay, fair. So, I shared a fact with you. Now it's time for you to share a fact with me.
Fact. I changed my son's name.
What?
I changed my eldest son's name to Peggy.
Oh, God. I know where this is going, and I hate it, but I'm gonna oblige.
Mm-hmm.
Deswayne.
Yes.
Why did you change his name?
So during a basketball game, he broke his leg. So I was kind of going between Tintin and Peggy,
Tintin.
And I decided to go with Peggy because it's like he has a peg leg.
Right, but you could have called him like a pirate name, like
Peggy the pirate.
No.
Like,
no, you could you could call him like Jack Sparrow.
Nah, Peggy
Like,
sounds nice.
Peggy, first of
And
all,
it's
sounds very
crazy.
feminine. Secondly, it's just completely disrespectful.
It is actually completely.
And you also called me Peggy at one point.
Yeah.
When I broke
I think
my
it's
foot.
a cool name, and
No,
it's
you
funny
don't.
because
You're doing it to mock him.
No,
And
100%.
As someone in the broken leg community, I don't. Is that?
That's you.
No, it's not.
That's you.
Oh, it is.
I know.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. No. I gotta stand up for.
You got to stand up for him, right?
Wow.
You got to stand up strong for him.
Yeah, we're gonna stand on our one good leg.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Between the two of us, we got two good legs.
Yeah, good enough.
You know how when people are like, "Oh, that person has two left feet." Well, we got two right feet.
Yeah, yeah.
He broke his left as
yeah.
well. Oh my god.
Yeah. So how it broke is actually pretty funny in my brain.
Okay, first of all, I'm gonna stop you there. I don't know if he would describe it as funny. Maybe down the road he can. As of right now, because it happened this week.
Yeah.
No, it happened last week. Like a week ago,
Yeah.
basically. Nah.
Why not? It's still kind of funny. I laughed there.
While he was like in pain.
Oh yeah. As they're putting him like on the stretcher and he's screaming in pain, I am dying.
Oh.
When I say dying.
Father of the Year, everybody.
Thank you.
Don't feel any way if you don't get anything for Father's Day. Is that
He's
coming
got
up in a couple weeks?
I don't know.
It's always June. I don't know if it's the first or the second.
I
week
never
of
know.
June. Yeah, 'cause shit, father.
So the doctor said that because he thought somebody hit him. Nobody was near him.
Okay.
He was doing a Euro step, which is where you jump from one leg. It's like you're skipping, almost.
Okay. I'm trying to
like you're doing hopscotch. So you're dribbling. Then you take one big step with your right leg. Then you go left leg, right? Because you can take two steps without traveling.
Okay.
So he goes to take the second step and so it's right under his knee, but to the left. I don't know body parts or bones, so I don't really care.
Oh my God.
So the doctor said what it was his bones are 13 years old. However, he is a big kid and his muscles are very strong. So because he does so much basketball and he's always on his feet, he's doing basketball at school, basketball in the club. He takes the bus everywhere he goes. Like he walks a lot and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. The muscle is really strong. So the muscle kept pushing against the bone.
Stop. His own body attacked him?
His own body. His muscle is what broke his bone.
You would think that the muscle would aid the bone in making the whole leg stronger, not work against him.
He's still 13. His body's still developing.
So basically,
he's too
he
strong
needs
for his
less
own
muscle.
Age. Yeah. I was like, yes, that's my boy.
Yeah, with his broken foot because of that.
Yes.
That's crazy.
I like it.
I mean, it's not the worst, reasoning, but, that's insane.
I like it because I can see him, taking what I'm trying to tell him into action. Because I'm just like, yo, I told him and I told people in front of him and near him, I'm like, this is up to him whether this makes him or break him. You know, there's kids who play sports and then break a bone or something, and now they're scared, and now they're scared to play, and they don't want to play anymore because they're in their brain. I'm like, if that's what he wants to do, that's what he chooses to do. I'm not going to force him to do nothing. Yeah. The same way he can't really do anything. Your hands still work. You can decide to go outside, sit in a chair, and dribble. If you choose not to, you choose not to.
Well, is like basketball his like passion?
Yep.
I'm sure he will. I mean, he seems like the type of kid who will like push through it once he's recovered.
Yeah.
But I'm sure like whether he says it or not, like I know from being there, I've spoken to you about it, and just the fact of like trying to put pressure on it and trying to walk again and trying to do things again, it's scary because in your head you're like,
for sure,
I was just living life and it broke, so what if it happens again? Especially now you're like, oh, it's weaker than it was before. So there's that hesitancy, and I think it'll always be there, but like he's also young, so maybe like in the long term he'll grow out of it. But like
I think I give him like after everything's okay, like when they're like, okay, you can start to kind of take it easy and do stuff. I give him like a week and a half, 2 weeks before he completely forgets what happened.
Well, no, because the pain will lessen as the weeks go on, but he's not gonna be able to forget it because he'll feel it.
No, when I say forget, like he'll start to do stuff like nothing happened. Because I remember when I broke my foot, as soon as they took that shit off, I was gone, gone.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, once you get over that hump of like, oh, I'm scared to do this, I'm scared to do that, like it gets easier to like just do it, you know. But damn, I mean, I didn't want anyone else in the club with me, but
the Slanted Pavement Club. I showed him the shirt and everything, and he's like, get away from me. And I died. I'm like, hey, look. He's like, it's not even my foot, it's my leg. I'm like, okay, like regardless, you can't walk, can you now, bud?
It's still part of the club.
Yeah.
Gotta get him one of these shirts.
But
I don't think the people, they don't know about see what happens when you talk too much.
This is awkward. This is so awkward. We didn't take pictures of them?
No.
Well then,
pretend you guys didn't hear anything.
Nothing.
But for those people, forget the S word.
Yeah.
SHIRT word. No, what? No, but what if people don't know what Slanted Pavement is?
Well, there's an episode called Slanted Pavement.
Is that what it's called? It is.
It is. Yeah. Oh, you forgot?
No, I forgot the name. I don't remember the name of every single one of our episodes.
I try.
Oh my god. Scary. I literally opened what do you call it? Spotify, and look what, I swear to God, I was trying to open episode 131 at the bottom to get that clip, but this is episode 129, Slanted Pavement, and I swear to God, I was not. That's.
Dun, 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 dun.
I'm a little spooked.
They're listening.
Who's they? It's our own. Are we listening?
I hope we are.
I mean, I guess, but damn, okay, crazy. But yeah, someone had asked us that if we were to be like a band, like what our band name would be, and I had just injured my ankle, so Des, being a stupid smart ass, was like Slanted Pavement, and then
we ran
Slanted
from
Pavement
there.
was born, yeah.
Ran from there.
I mean, you really ran.
No, yeah, because you couldn't, so
okay. Fuck you. Moving on. I don't know if you heard this, but apparently calling a man bald in the workplace is now going to be considered sexual harassment, according to the Employment Tribunal.
I agree.
Sexual harassment?
It's some form of harassment.
You could, well, no. That's like being like, you have hair. It's like, yeah, it's an observation.
But you don't need to point it out.
Is bald derogatory? Like,
it is. It's
most
rude.
people I know
like
who are bald, it's like they're bald by well, I mean, I know like young guys, like 20s and
choice
30s.
or not, I don't like it.
Choice
or not, I don't like it.
What do you mean? You don't like being called bald? So like, you have dreads, can I not say that?
No.
Oh, okay.
You're not allowed to mention people's features or anything.
Oh, gotcha. Is your hairstyle a feature?
Of course it is. That's why certain women get so upset when you mention their hair, and
it's like, oh, you're a blonde, don't call me that. But like, what?
Look at your naps. What naps? Don't call them naps. They're curls. Okay.
But sexual harassment? Like, okay, for argument's sake, let's say it can be
harassment.
Yeah, if you're just like, hey, what's up, you bald bitch? Like, but
That was pretty funny.
No, because now you're part of the problem if
no,
you're laughing.
I am the problem.
I mean, I wasn't going to say that, but I'm not going to disagree. But yeah, like, how's that sexual harassment? Unless you're like, I want to rub that
my
bald
pussy
head.
all over that
Ooh.
bald.
That bald head?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why didn't you finish this?
Because I seen a video of a guy shoving his head in a girl's vagina, and that's what I pictured.
Huh?
You want to see it?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Why are you reaching for your phone?
Oh, I thought it was like a yeah. You want to see it?
I said no.
But you said no.
Are you sure? And I said yeah.
Oh, okay.
Shoving his head?
Yeah.
Like, was he trying to reverse birth himself?
That's pretty funny. Because what movie was I watching? An adult male? There's a movie I watched and somebody used that as like somebody made them so sick they want to crawl back up in their mother and reverse birth themselves and get birth. Don't mind me. Yes, an adult male. Yes. Yeah.
Like, I am genuinely worried for you.
Why?
Because the fact that you're now on your phone typing stuff, like, you know exactly where to go, where to look for this. I need to get, like, you know how, like, in workplaces they can block certain websites? I'm going to have something put in your house that's, like, it blocks, like, the porn sites.
Oh, my God. My mom did that when I was a kid, and I was absolutely crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
No.
I don't know. What do you mean?
No, that's not nice.
How'd you get around it? Watch porn, like, outside of the house?
The fuck is this girl doing?
Yeah, that's what I think about you every day. You're not... Like, is the video graphic? Des, wait, is it graphic?
Not really.
Take it off.
But you're not done.
Take it off.
He's shoving his head in her, like his whole head in her vagina.
Here's the thing. When you said that, I was like, oh God, I'm getting a call. How can I stop it? When you said that, I was like, okay, he's like, her legs are probably open and he's like, oh, you know, like, bing, bing. Yeah. Well, that's why I was like an adult male, because obviously, well, even a baby, the head, unless the woman just gave birth, because, you know, it closes back up. So, like, it can't. Like, it just wouldn't be possible. So I was like, okay, it's probably, like, something cheesy. Or, like, you know, on TV where, like, it looks like he's going to do it and then it changes, like, a doll or something.
Why would I do that?
No, but then what you just showed me
was the truth.
How do I describe this?
A man shoving his head in a woman's vagina.
What you just showed me was a man... Literally, he went about neck deep, and those of you listening, like myself, are probably just like, that's not possible. But, like, her vagina was literally huge. But
Type in.
No, I am not typing in.
I'm just telling you where to find it.
Can I tell you? No. And you know what's fun? See, conversations like this is why my phone, like, honestly, I'm so done with Instagram. Every time I'm on Instagram, the algorithm pisses me off so much that I immediately log off. The stuff that it shows me, I've had to, like, you know when you select, you're like, I don't want to see this.
Yeah.
Please stop showing me this. Please, I'm begging you, stop.
No more.
It's literally been showing me, like, birthing. Like, still shots of babies' heads coming out of vaginas. I'm like, I'm not pregnant. I've never been. I'm not a mother. I'm not even talking about it. Like, why is it showing? And then it's because of conversations like this, shoving heads through vaginas, why I'm getting shit like this on my phone.
Yes.
So cut it out. I'm being scarred. It's so disgusting.
It's not that bad.
And I'm like, listen, maybe, like, when I'm considering having kids, like, stuff like that is good to see for, like, research purposes. No,
it's not.
But, like, now is not that time.
It's not.
Because, like, it'll make me never want to have children.
Yeah. My cousin, his girlfriend, she's very, like, cautious about everything. It is the funniest thing I've ever seen.
With her baby?
Yeah. Like, she just had a baby, like, a month ago. A little bit over a month now. Mm-hmm. And when I say any little thing, she freaks out.
But it's, like, the first kid, you know?
It is me and her talked about it. We're like, this is what it's going to be for the first, kind of the second. And by the third or fourth, she's like, fuck you.
I think it depends on how far apart they are. Like, I've heard a lot of the time, yeah, like the second, like, you don't really care as much, and the third is just like fend for yourself. Mm-hmm. But I know that if she has another one like fairly soon, she might be, you know. But like if she waits a decent amount of years, she's gonna be like over it.
Like before she had the baby, like we talked about the fact that she Googles everything, and she told me she convinced herself that she had cancer about 17 different times, and each time she was dead ass, not like oh haha, no, like freaking out, like I'm gonna die, freaking out.
Oh my god.
So yeah, she she's so funny. She dropped the baby's bottle one night. She's tired. She's feeding the baby. Dropped the baby's bottle. Picks up the bottle, puts it in the baby's mouth, and then like 10 seconds later, she's like, "Oh my god, he's gonna die!" Because she didn't wash the bottle off, but the nipple didn't touch the ground. Like the bottle fell on its side. So she's like, how she broke down and she was just bawling her eyes out because she.
I mean,
I love it.
It's also like if she just recently had the baby, she's still hormonal.
I love it. This is what she's gonna be like forever. I can't wait.
No,
I can't wait. This is the best thing ever.
No, don't wish that on her because nobody wants to like worry like that much.
No,
forever.
she told me she's going to.
Well, she's a mother. She's gonna worry, but like you don't want to worry like that much.
No, she worries.
By the third kid, she's gonna be like, yeah, he's eating dirt. Like who cares? You know.
You're not even my kid.
But yeah, no, it's weird because it didn't look like a fake vagina, but obviously her vagina did not open up to the fact to so wide that this grown ass man opened up, like shoved like to like his whole head.
It's
like,
very possible.
I saw his ears disappearing, like his whole head.
Yeah.
What do you mean it takes practice? That's not possible. And even if it was possible,
why is it not possible?
That would be major health concerns.
You don't know how much money she got for this. People do the craziest shit. Fuck health concerns.
We learned about the Dubai porta potty.
You see what I'm saying?
I guess. You don't think that's fake? Or
no, I don't.
And he was like, he didn't just like pop it in, but like he was pushing it in at a very like fast pace, and I feel like it would hurt.
You think so?
And did he like lube his head up like you?
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah, I like the video you saw was like his head already in there.
Yeah,
but what I saw was like them preparing his head to get in there.
Can I tell you honestly, this conversation is making my ankle hurt. No, it's like sore. Like it's just like causing
no. That's because it's supposed to rain.
It's.
Oh, you don't like that one? No.
Fuck you. I hate you. I'm done with you. You're so annoying. Okay, here's an interesting take. I saw a tweet recently, and I want to know your opinion.
Okay.
And it was a tweet by a man, by the way. Men aren't strong enough to handle the truth. Just lie to us. I don't care what he says to convince you to tell him the truth. Lie. # respectfully.
I've said that before.
What? Lie to me?
If you cheat on me, don't tell me.
But it's more so the fact of like they're not strong enough to handle the truth. Some people don't choose to live in delusion. That's just like a choice.
See, I think that's very like gray area-ish because it's what you consider handle the truth, right? Because you can tell a man the truth. You can be like, okay, sorry, went out last night, cheated on you. And he'd be like, okay, blah, 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 things happen. And then later on, he purposely chooses to cheat on you because of what you did.
When I think like can't handle it, I think like emotionally just distraught, like it fucks you up, like physically, mentally, like, like that's what I think when someone like can't handle something, because you can handle it and still be upset, like you're allowed, you're justified. But when I think someone can't handle it, if I'm like, oh, like Des can't handle hearing this, I know like you are gonna give an over the top reaction,
really?
Do the most. That's what I think.
When I think can't handle, I just mean like you're gonna do anything. Like when you hear whatever news it is, like you're going to react eventually.
Handling
that's what I think.
Is different than having feelings about it.
Well, that's stupid.
It's just, well, I mean, that's my interpretation.
No, that makes sense.
I could be like, because that's a normal thing. I could be like, Des, I just like scratched your car, and you could be like, like that sucks, but I understand accidents happen. Like you're upset, but you are like you're handling it well.
And then I go downstairs and I smash your windows.
That's not handling it well.
That's what I'm saying. So that's what guys do. That's why I don't consider it like, that's why I say it's a gray area. Because right now it could be, okay, No,
be like, yo, what the hell? I'm upset. But it's like, you know what? I know it was an accident. I'm sorry. I'm just upset. Da-da-da. Like you can still express your emotions, but handle it nicely. Whereas like people, if you're like, I'm going to go smash every window, slash every tire, like that's not handling it well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I can see the gears turning in your head right now.
Yeah, because in my head, I'm like, nobody can handle the truth, in my opinion.
I think it's, okay.
Depending on what the subject is.
For me, it's about how you react to things, which determines how you handle something. If you let every little thing get to you and you want to react in an extreme way, you do not handle things well. If you can process your emotions in a healthy way and not overreact, I would assume that you
Yeah, but if you don't react and you underreact, then you're me.
No, but that in a sense could also not be handling it well, because some people like bottle shit up and then next thing you know they're shooting schools, you know? Sorry.
That was aggressive.
Was that too much?
That was aggressive.
But like, am I wrong? You know what I mean? Like, that's not handling it well. Under emoting is not handling it well either. Unless that's genuinely your personality, then like, okay. But if you're just like bottling it up like a, you know, like a shaken thing of Coke, and then when you open it up it's just a mess, like that's not handling it well either.
But then looking at it, you're gonna be like, okay, they're handling it well. It looks like they are until this point.
But at the end of the day, they are truly not. So it does not count.
Yeah, so that's why, like, I say it's a gray area.
Yeah, but if I tell you that I scratch your car and you're like, okay, and then the second you leave here, you're smashing my car. Like, in the moment, I may be like, oh, he's handling it well. And then I'm like, oh, no, hindsight, he didn't handle it well.
Yeah, but I could say, you know, it's fine, it's cool, da-da-da. And then 10 years down the line, I'm bringing this shit back up. Obviously, you didn't handle it well. You're upset. It's been 10 years, right, my dude.
That's the thing. A lot of people don't handle shit well.
Yeah. That's why I said it's a gray area, because you'll never truly... It is, because you'll never truly know if they handle it well or not until something comes for them to show that they're not handling it well.
Right, so you assume they handle it well.
No, see, I don't know why you give people the benefit of the doubt.
Because that's what you're supposed to do, even legally.
Fuck people.
Innocent until proven guilty.
This is not legal. Fuck them. Fuck them.
So what? We agree with this statement or we disagree with this statement?
I agree, but it's just everybody.
Oh, for sure. But
and it's crazy that's the question.
We're talking about men.
It's a question that's crazy. That's the question, because today a girl asked me, she's like, "Oh, Des, I know things don't bother you, but if something bothered you, would there be things about me that bothered you?" I'm like, "Yeah, of course." She's like, "Okay, like what?" I'm like, "I don't know." She's like, "What do you mean you don't know?" I'm like, "I don't know, because if I were to say that there is this that would bother me, that means it bothers me. I'm just not expressing it." She's like, "No." I'm like, "No. If you say, Des, what about me would bother you if things bothered you?" And I'm like, "Oh, the way you grind your teeth. Oh my God." That means it really bothers me.
Right, like if you just had it off the top
exactly.
of your head.
But I'm like, I don't have any, like, I don't know.
What bothers you about me?
I don't know. Nothing bothers me. I don't know.
Do you feel like this is a trap?
Everything girls say is a trap. We went over this already.
Yeah, but we also ran over that. Like, you know I'm not like that.
No, 100%. But everything...
I can tell you what bothers me about you.
No, I believe you can.
Can you guess what I would say?
I'm amazing. That bothers you. The fact that I'm always right, that bothers you. The fact that I'm cute, that bothers you. The fact that I'm...
See, this is what bothers me. The ego.
He's so conceited and cocky. No. I'm just sure.
No.
Duh.
Can I tell you what bothers me about you? I think you would think it's things like, oh, like he'll sleep through anything and I'm caught. Like, it's none of that. What bothers me about you is your hard-headedness in moments where it really is uncalled for. And look, you're proud of it. I think that's the only thing, really.
You know why I'm proud of it? Because, like, my hard-headedness is so, like...
Toxic.
It's toxic, but it's not toxic where people are like, honestly, I don't want to talk to him anymore. It's toxic, like, it's like, if you weren't Des, and I'm just like...
Yeah, literally, like, the deep breath is just the best way to describe you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're right. It's not like, okay, like, I'm not going to talk to him. But, like, we were talking about something the other day. I don't know if you remember. I asked you to do something. It's like a group activity that I want you to participate in.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And if you're listening, you'll find out about it later. I can't disclose right now. And I was like, everyone said yes. Even people who I thought would maybe say no. And I'm like, okay, Des is normally down for silly, cutesy things. No. Why, Des? Because I said so. And I'm just like, Des, like, you were being so stubborn for no reason.
You know what? And what I had this conversation with one of my good friends. I don't like when people ask you a yes or no question. If you say yes, they don't ask you why you're saying yes. When you give an answer they don't want, that's when they ask you why. And I don't like that. Ask me why either way.
I don't think I it wasn't so much a yes or no. It was like, hey, like, this is what I'm thinking about doing, and everyone else is on board. How do you feel? And you're like, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, yes or no.
I want to be
yeah,
special.
you're down or no, you're not. I want to be me. Yeah, so I just feel like when people hear like the opposite of what they're expecting to hear, they're like, what? Why? Why do I have, like, you asked me a question and I answered it.
I mean, that is fair though.
And I think that's crazy.
If you gave me the answer that I wanted, I would, this is not just in our situation, in any situation, right? Like, I would think like, okay, his reasoning is what I'm thinking. Like, I think it's a great idea, so he must think it's a great idea too. And then if you don't give me that reaction and I'm like, why? Like, why don't you think it's a great idea? I think it's so great. Like, help me understand. Like,
that's crazy.
You know what I mean?
That's crazy to me. I asked somebody something a couple months ago, and they gave the answer I wanted them to give, and I asked them why, and they're like, "Wait, should I not have said yes?" I'm like, "No, say yes." But
I do ask you why sometimes, but it's mostly because
you
you
only
like,
ask me why when I say, like, when I agree to something because you think something's up.
Yeah,
you're like,
so
wait,
sometimes
that
I'll be
was
like,
too easy.
Des, do you want to A, B, C, X, Y, Z? And in my head, I'm like, Des is gonna say no because Des always says no. So in my head, I'm going in with that like mentality, but then you are like, yeah, sure. And I was like, wait, why? Like, so it's like I get the answer I want, but like, I don't trust it because again, you're always so stubborn. So when you're compliant, it's very, very fishy.
Hey, what can I say? You gotta keep everybody on their toes, right?
You can say yes more often to things.
No. No. I wouldn't be me. That doesn't make sense. And if I wasn't me, then who would I be?
I don't know, whatever name your mama gave you or whatever name you chose to change it to. If you could change your name, like legally, what would you change it to? You know how like Kanye is like legally Ye?
I'd want a Japanese name.
Okay.
I don't know what though. Like I want something like strong when you say it.
Would you care to learn Japanese aside from the little bit that you've picked up during anime?
Fuck no.
So you just want a Japanese name, like a very traditional sounding like Japanese name,
but strong. Like, you know, certain names you hear and you're like, ooh, that's a strong name. Like, oh.
Okay. I typed in strong Japanese male names. Haru.
No, too easy.
Kenji.
Ho. Kenji.
Daiki.
No, sounds like dick.
Akira. Ren.
I would do Ren.
Hiroshi.
I would do Hiroshi.
Kaito.
Oh, that sounds like a Bonmon.
Kiyoshi.
Oh, I know a Kiyoshi.
Itsuki.
No, that sounds like a girl's name.
Hitoro.
No, Hamtaro.
Makoto. Yamato.
Oh, yes. Done. Stop right there. Yamato. That's the one. Captain Yamato.
Captain.
No, he's in Naruto.
Yamato means great harmony. Yamato was the name of the great sea around what is now called Sakurai City.
Sakura.
In the Nara prefecture of Japan. Oh, is that actually?
Like, those are characters in Naruto. Naruto, Sakura.
Katashi is a nice one. Kazuki.
Katashi is in Naruto.
Taiko.
Or Kakashi.
Hibiki.
I want something.
Why do you have to? You know that video with the kid who watches the smoking video, and the woman just like, it's the biggest regret of my life. Yeah. The kid just mocked. That's what you sound like. I
laughed so hard the first time I saw that. I felt so bad, but it was so funny.
It was funny, and I actually saw like it's like a trend. I guess parents are doing that. They're not doing like. I wouldn't show my kid that on purpose because that's scary. That's but what they're doing is like the Batman voice, and then seeing, and a lot of kids just automatically like start talking like it. It's just like, what the hell? Kids say the darndest things.
What would you change your name to? Jonel?
What did I change my name to? I really like my name right now, but when I was younger, I really liked the name Destiny. I didn't realize it sounded like a stripper. I mean, no shade to any Destinies out there. I don't think there's a Destiny that
and
listens.
No shade to any strippers out there.
No, but like most strippers don't use their government names.
No, so. I know, but you're like, I like the name Destiny, but it sounds like a stripper. So what if it sounds like a stripper? Huh? What's wrong with strippers?
Because it has a negative connotation. Nothing's wrong with stripping. Shoot, hey, anything, like they make good money.
I know.
Yeah. But I don't want a name that is like synonymous with sex work. You know, Like, if I had a name that sounded very porn star-ish.
Habiki. Sorry. Sorry, I'm still stuck on the names that you were saying.
You're such a loser. You're not actually going to change your name, so get over it.
No, but I'm going to choose one and use it as my stage name.
Stage name for what?
Yo, it's Habiki. I walk around here looking sneaky.
I thought you were going to say I'm really freaky.
No, that's what you leave for last, and then mine going. You reel them in and bah.
But that's not the one you said you wanted. What's the one you...
Yamato.
Yeah. So rhyme with that. Freestyle.
My name is Yamato. I got 4 toes. I'm so funny.
1, it didn't rhyme.
It
2,
didn't.
you can't rhyme with the same word.
Yes, you can. Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne taught me.
No, you can't rhyme.
Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that.
You're not Lil Wayne, darling.
I don't like it.
Mm-hmm. Ew. And secondly, the flow. There's just nothing. No rhyming. No flow. No. I thought you this was supposed to be like writing music and stuff.
I'm pretty sure you're disrespectful.
I'm pretty sure I'm just being honest.
I'm pretty sure I didn't ask you what you thought. You chat too much.
Okay, says the one who spilled all of the beans, literally all over
the beans. Okay, so since you can't choose Destiny, you don't have another name?
I used to really like the name Brianna. But I don't know if I would choose that for myself. It's just like a name that I liked. No, as of right now, like there's nothing that I would, you know.
You don't look like a Brianna.
No, I don't. That's the thing. I don't know if I would have chosen it for myself. I think I just like the name. Because it's like, why do they always go by Brie and not Anna?
Because usually people only go by the first, not the last.
I mean, I guess that's true.
I would rather go by Des than Wayne. Like, don't fucking walk around call me Wayne.
Yeah, but when I was younger, people used to call me like Nell or Nelly.
Yeah, because they're dumb.
What? To be fair, it wasn't like most people use the first.
Yeah, Joe would make sense.
Yeah, or JoJo. Those are the two. But like, I mean, I guess that makes sense. But like, why? Because like Richard, they call them like Dick.
But that's just white people, and there's
and like William is Bill. So like, how the fuck you even get
white
there?
People.
And like, but Richard is also rich. And Richie.
Not Ard or Dird.
Dird.
Richard. I'm not Dird.
It's Richard, not Rich Dird. Stupid.
I'm so funny.
You're an idiot. Okay, I'm gonna read you a series of like messages. This woman wants to call off her wedding.
Okay.
And this is from BuzzFeed, and she like shared her story, but I found it kind of interesting. Interesting
as in she's a dumb idiot.
Well, to be decided. You tell me. So she says, my fiance has a female best friend since childhood. I'm not the person who gets jealous over my partner being friends with the opposite gender. What bothers me here is not the gender of the friend, but whether or not they're able to respect boundaries. His female best friend, Rachel, has always been in competition with me regarding who's more important and a bigger priority to my fiance. At first, my fiance failed to stand up to her, but after a small break, he realized the importance of boundaries and set hard boundaries with her. I know that whenever she sees me or hears about me, she is not happy, but we act kind to each other despite our actual feelings. When he proposed, Rachel didn't congratulate us at all, completely overlooked our entire engagement, and kept referring to me as my fiance's girlfriend. My fiance kept correcting her each time, even telling her how she's not funny or quirky doing this. She's just disrespectful. After a certain point, she stopped. Now that we're planning our wedding, we picked out our groomsmen and bridesmaids. My fiance has his female best friend as one of his groomsmen. After my fiance asked her to join that role, she texted me a lengthy paragraph. To sum it up, it said, just so you know, your fiance and I are still each other's priority. You may marry him, have kids with him, and share a house with him, but right now he picked me as a groomswoman, knowing how that would bother you. He cares about not hurting my feelings more than your feelings. You can't easily ruin friendships like that. Just stay in your lane and accept your place. You might be his wife, but I'm his best friend, and I'm not going anywhere. Make peace with it, and who knows, soon enough we might get along. I showed my fiance, and he said he'll deal with her, and I shouldn't worry. I told him I've had enough, and that the only solution I'm accepting is proper consequences for her actions. That means she's either dropped as a groomswoman or uninvited. I'm tired
That's still dropped, but go ahead.
I'm tired of his best friend not having real consequences for her actions and getting her way. I won't trust him enough to proceed with our wedding if he doesn't set clear limits and make his friend face the consequences of her behavior. He said what I'm doing is very unfair because he is not responsible for her actions and feels like I'm putting unnecessary responsibility and pressure on him. And then it just goes to say that like most of the people who commented agreed that the person who posted it is not the asshole for confronting the fiance. But I want to know what you think.
I agree with the fiance that it is a bit unfair.
You agree with the guy?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because right now you're telling me, okay, this has been my best friend. Because I'm trying to put it in my brain as, you know, the person who's been my female best friend for years, whether we're in close contact or not. Mm-hmm. And they are someone that I would still put on that list. Mm-hmm. So if, you know, I'm getting married and for whatever reason they have their issues and, you know, she's saying certain things, yeah, of course I'm going to talk to her about it, blah, blah, blah. Now it's my decision on who I have on my row of groomsmen, right? Now, if she's one of them, okay, fine. She texts you this paragraph that you don't like, and all she's saying is that she doesn't plan on going nowhere. Okay, yes, we can agree that, you know, maybe there's certain things in there that she said that she didn't need to say like that or whatever the case is.
Certain things, most of that.
And it's crazy because to me, what she's trying to say, I don't disagree with either.
I don't disagree. Like, I don't think that when, like, just because the best friend and the significant other aren't like besties as well, yeah. I don't think that they need to like drop the friend. But I do think that there needs to be a level of respect both ways. But I mean, it is biased because we're only hearing from the woman, right? From the fiance. But it sounds like she has made efforts. And the fiance is just kind of like, or the best friend is very like, oh, he's mine, I'm his priority. Like, to text that to the wife, like, you may have kids with him and you may be married to him, but he's like, all that is like, that's disrespectful, you know?
But is she wrong?
What do you mean?
I would choose my friends over my wife.
Why?
Because my friends aren't going to fucking up and leave me when they're ready to up and leave me.
Well, you would think that neither would your spouse.
No, I would assume that with my spouse. That's why they have divorce. That's why they have prenups, because you can just up and leave.
Marriage is forever.
And when you
take a vow in front of God.
And when you up and leave, you take half my shit. When my best friend up and leaves, they take their emotions with them. Like, and that's just how I've always felt about friendship. Is, to me, the friendship, like, it is what it is. And to me, like, this guy and this girl.
But why? So if you had one of your best friends, don't you think that they would make an effort with your girlfriend and then eventually
you would hope
fiance?
So if they agree. If you are with somebody who I really believe is not good for you and I feel like that person's shady, I cannot try and be nice to that person. I can, like, they can go their way and I'll go my way. But at the end of the day, like, I don't agree with this wedding. I don't agree with you marrying this person. You want me to be on your groomsmen? I will be there for you. I'm not there for that bitch.
That is a fair point.
And that's what I think she's coming from.
With that being said, though, the bride does have a right to not want her in the wedding.
You can have a right to not want. But then when you and him have problems, that's on you. Because you made him make a decision because of your feelings.
Because you don't want someone there. The people
be there I don't give a fuck.
Why would you go to someone's wedding if you don't support the wedding? Like,
because
you literally are there supporting.
I'm there supporting you.
Yeah, but a wedding. He's not marrying himself.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. She's there as a best friend because you want me there. If you didn't want me there, you would not put me in that row. Because if you didn't put me in that list, I would not fucking be there. So you want me there, period. I will be there because you are my best friend, and you know what? I'll be there for you. Fuck that bitch. I don't like her.
But on the other end, playing devil's advocate, she has a right to be like, if this woman feels like this, I don't want her in my wedding. I'm paying all this money.
Okay, so it's your wedding. It's no longer our wedding. It's no longer 50-50. I no longer have a say as long as your say is over my say. Yes or no?
No.
Okay, then I will shut my mouth and you can marry yourself and cancel the whole thing then. And that is what it is at the end of the day. If it got
to the point when he was even like, okay, like, she's doing too much sometimes,
Yes, that's fine. But now we're talking about the wedding.
Keep in mind, I think that a lot of women, and a lot of women are jealous. Like, who cares if your significant other has like a same sex best friend? You know what I mean? Like, as long as boundaries aren't crossed, and it doesn't, I feel like if they were going to cross boundaries, they would have gotten together before you got in the picture. So that's not the problem. It's about like mutual respect. I've been in situations where like someone I'm dating, a friend of mine is dating, isn't like, you know, the greatest, but you still make an effort. You try to get to know them.
No.
Why?
No. Because if you don't like them, you don't like them.
It's not even about like not liking. It's like, oh, like I don't know if this is.
But they're at that level.
I don't know if I like them for you.
They're at that level. Maybe when they were talking, maybe she's seen some shit or knows some shit, and she's just like, no, she's not the one.
Well, yeah, best friend knows
exactly. And as a best friend, no, I don't like that. Oh, I'm not gonna congratulate you because I don't want you guys to get married because she's not the one for you.
Well, okay, it's truly either that like the best friend heard some stuff
or knows some shit,
that she's just like, I don't support this, or she has underlying feelings.
And I feel like if she did have underlying feelings, she would have said it, not to her, but to him.
I mean, I kind of agree with that because it sounds like she's real bold.
You see what I'm saying? She has no problem saying what's on her mind.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, yes, I'm on the list, and you know, I will be there to support him. If you don't like that, that's between you. At the end of the day, this is my best friend, and nobody's gonna come between me and my best friend.
I still think that the bride has the right to say, I don't want this person
that's what I'm saying. You have
in our wedding because she is not here to support us, and you want people there who support
you. Have the right to say anything you want to say. Now, when you decide to say...
No, hold on. Before you even go there, do you, like, just from the bride's perspective, how she feels and how this woman has reacted, you don't think she has a right to feel that way and want that?
She can feel that way, that's fine.
Right.
But I'm not going to tell you who you can have and who you can't have on your side. That's your fucking side. You can have the devil on your side. Okay. Just keep him on that side. Okay. Don't come over here.
Des, you had me and you lied.
Sorry, the devil thing was too much.
It was too much. It was too far.
Yeah, but I just feel like who you choose on your side is who you choose on your side.
Nationwide is on my side.
That's good. Let's send them a little ad right there.
Not sponsored.
So let's say, right, from the beginning, if she does what she did and say, you know, I don't from the beginning, that's what this relationship now is. From the fucking wedding.
Sorry, pause. Wouldn't that make a really good commercial?
It would. It was great. It was great. That was actually really great.
Yeah. Or like even
I don't care who you have on your side. Nationwide is on my side.
Nationwide is on, or like yeah, or even like a good neighbor. State Farm is there. It's right beside you. It's like
I got you, man.
With the ring. Yeah, like listen, companies hit me up. I'm a marketing genius. Come on.
Yeah. So she's like putting her foot down. I understand what she's trying to do. I get it. I want my wedding day to be this, to be that, to be this.
And that's what I mean.
I understand that. But now...
Okay, let's say it wasn't a wedding.
It's no longer...
Let's say it was a birthday. Let's say...
If it was a birthday, I understand. I don't want this girl at my birthday.
Or let's say it was a Christmas party, but it's at their house. Like, it's still...
I don't want this girl in...
It's a combined... or they were having it at a hall. It doesn't matter. They're having it together.
It does.
I think no. Here's the biggest thing, because you're not wrong, but you're not right. Like, well, you're half right. You're not right when it comes to... I'm literally
right. Emotionally, I'm not right.
Literally, you're not.
I'm literally right.
Literally.
Emotionally, I'm not right. Emotionally, I'm not right. But literally, I'm right.
Literally, it's a little bit fuzzy.
It's not.
It is.
Okay, why?
Because obviously, from the emotional perspective, like, you got to whatever, but like, you're missing the fact that a wedding, a union, a marriage, a partnership, if he is not willing to set boundaries for this person that he's making this huge commitment to, that is...
What are the boundaries? The boundaries is that my best friend can't come because you and her don't like each other?
Right, but here's the thing, right? We are making speculation as to why this best friend doesn't like you. So let's just say she's just a hateful bitch.
Let's say she is a hateful bitch.
Here's the thing. Some people truly are just hateful and wretched.
We'll go with what we know.
If she's a hateful bitch... Bye, bitch.
You don't want her at your wedding.
Bye.
You don't want her at your wedding.
Bye.
You don't want her at your wedding, right?
I don't want her at our wedding.
No, it's your wedding. Because you don't want her.
Our day.
I still want her.
She's disrespecting me on the day of my wedding.
No, she's disrespecting you before the wedding to let you know where you both stand.
And her disrespectful ass is trying to come up in my church under
See,
my
it's
God.
not your church.
My God.
It's our God. My God.
Isn't awesome? Yeah.
No. See, that's why I say, like, literally I'm right, but emotionally I'm not. Because when people get angry, they go from our to my. So that's why I said it matters where the birthday or the Christmas party is. Because if the Christmas party is at our house, you can be like, I don't want this girl in our house. So you're just
gonna let this girl disrespect me and not do anything? You're really not gonna stand up for, like, he's not gonna hear about it. If that's how you start the marriage.
Exactly. So.
And that's the thing.
So everything is about her, though.
But here's the thing. I don't think he should cut off the friend. I don't think that whatsoever.
That's what's going to end up happening, though.
But here's the thing. If it truly is that this friend doesn't... Like, you need to be able to hear your friends out. And, like, not take the most dramatic, thing. Like, you need to be able to take criticism. Be like, hey, like, I don't know if this is a good situation for you. I don't... you're acting funny with this person and da-da-da-da. But the woman texting the bride... doing all that stuff, like, it's just disrespectful.
Nah.
You can express your feelings in a respectful... That's something. The disrespect, for me, is what takes it over the line. You can I can be like, Des, respectfully, you're this and
no,
that,
you want me to not be me to please you. No. Obviously, she's been bold from the beginning. She's been bold from the beginning.
And they haven't meshed from the beginning.
And they haven't meshed. So now that I'm officially a part of his groomsmen, I'm going to send you a message because I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I'm still going to be me. Hey, listen. Obviously, he chose me. I didn't ask to be a part of this.
Okay. You are not wrong, literally, like
Thank
you said. But life does not work that way. You cannot go through life hurting people's feelings and making them feel some type of way because there are going to be repercussions. It's just not like a natural thing. You can be like, well, I mean, this is my friend and blah, blah, blah. We were friends before. And like, yes, logistically, okay, that all makes sense.
So you want me to say it to please you?
No, but there has to be some sort of give and take on all three parties. He needs to be better at setting boundaries. Like, hey, listen, you can talk to me. I respect what you have to say. Do not text my wife, my fiance. That was disrespectful.
That's the first text she got.
But either way, that's not okay. He needs
Well, from the end of this text, she's over it.
He needs to, set those boundaries. She, best friend, needs to shut her mouth in regards to how she communicates with the wife. And the wife needs to, ease up and let her man have his friend.
I somewhat agree with that.
Yeah, that's something, because emotionally, if he's just nah, it really is going to seem like you're picking this best friend, and she's going to be like, why are you picking, you said you want to marry me, so why are you picking someone over me? Do you have feelings for her? Is there something, people's minds run crazy.
Yeah, but from her little fucking 10-page essay, he seems to hear the wife out and go back to the best friend and be like, look, that's not funny. Don't do this. Don't do that. The best friend stop doing that girlfriend thing. Oh no, that's my fiance. You need to stop doing that, blah, blah. What she doesn't like is the ending. She doesn't like that paragraph she got.
I wouldn't.
That's what it is. And that's fine. You cannot like the paragraph, but at the end of the day, she's letting you know, even though she's technically a part of this wedding, don't come smiling in my face.
Listen, her wedding dinner is going to be poison. That's all I have to say.
Don't be smiling in my face. There's no wedding dinner. Because if you're going to because judging by the sound of this, she's ready to give the guy an ultimatum.
Okay, who do you, if she did in this, we don't
If
know
I'm
the
him,
situation.
I'm choosing my best friend. Fuck you.
Wow.
Fuck you. I don't, you're not going to start my wedding off giving me a fucking ultimatum. That's crazy. I understand you feel your type of way. Let me deal with it. But to be like, you know what? I don't want her at my wedding, or I don't want her at our wedding. So now you're telling me what I want doesn't matter. This has been my childhood best friend. You don't know, you probably know some of the shit we've been through. But at the end of the day, we've always spoke about this day, and she would be right by my side. I understand you two don't like each other, but it's not just about you on your day.
A lot of people, though, can't handle, this best friend being like, I don't like this woman, da-da-da-da. A lot of people can't, men or women, can't handle you crazy. Telling them about... Because, I actually was talking to... Was it last weekend or maybe 2 weekends ago? I was talking to a couple friends of mine. We went to dinner, and we were talking about the fact that with my ex, they actually did tell me, hey, we think this is going to be, a good time, not a long time type of thing. And I remember hearing it and I was kind of like, oh damn. But I just took it with a grain of salt. I'm like, they're telling me this because they are my friends and they're trying to express their like they're not like we don't support the relationship. It wasn't that serious, but it was like, okay, like you have fun. Like we don't know if this is gonna be.
Oh, they're better than me because I was like, nope, not this one, nope. And then the day you're like, just be nice, please. Fine.
No, in the beginning you were kind of like, but then
no, in the beginning I was like, no. Let us pick next. Swipe.
Oh, true, because there were two people, and you were like, you chose the wrong one.
Yeah. I was like, nah. You don't even know him.
No, but there was one point when like things were rocky, but I'm like, oh, we'll get through it, and you're like, okay, I'm just waiting for you to call me and tell me that.
No worry, it'll come. It will come.
You did, and that's the thing. Did I overreact? Was I like, how dare you say that? It's like if your friends can't be honest with you about things
then
like that,
they're not your friends.
Yeah, and like you're not a real friend if you, or you're just not like.
Yeah, you just want to hear what you want to hear. Then
right. And that's the thing. So they were praising me because they're like, oh, with other friends, like they would freak out, you know, X you out, tell you like they don't want to be a part of your life. And it's just like, no, like no one's like your friends are not going to be out there to get you. But like, I think it's a delivery thing though. Because your delivery, I mean, it was a very des, but it wasn't disrespectful.
Yeah.
Their delivery, it was a little like, oh, shoot, but it wasn't disrespectful. But if you were like, you're gonna be fucking alone and die and blah blah blah. Like
I've done that.
You're gonna be a cat lady. I'd be like, okay, Des.
I've had friends where I've done that too, and I'm just like, yo, like, what are you doing? And they're like, well, I'm like, no, you're so stupid. You're so dumb. This guy's a piece of shit. Okay, well, Des, you know, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, all right, cool. Then I disappear. A couple months later, hey, Des, what did he do? I'm just calling to say hi. What did he do? You're calling me because you feel like shit. Because you know I was right. So just tell me now. I hate that you're always right.
I can't with the cockiness. You got the cockiness of the best friend in this situation. But yeah, I read it and I was like, this is interesting. Like to get your perspective on.
Yeah, no, I think the groom is trying to kind of like play both parts, not pick either one. And I think the best friend is kind of okay with that as long as she still gets her fair share of time from him.
Right, which is fair. In a relationship,
but the wife,
you should never like ditch your friends for your significant other. Like obviously you now have to split your time. I'm not saying like, you know, whatever, but like you have to have balance, even just for your own like sanity and mental health. Like have some time to yourself, have some time for your friends, and obviously prioritize time with your partner. But like it's all about balance, you know.
Yeah, for sure. You have to balance the two, and if you can't, then don't even try because it's gonna fail.
Then good luck.
Good luck, Kylie.
I hate you. All right, I think now is a good time to get into a listener question. What do you think?
I think that's a good idea.
All right. Well, if you are listening and you want to be a part of the podcast, meaning if you have a story that you want to share or a question that you want to ask us, you can do so by going to thissquareroom.com. Des, what type of stories or questions do we accept?
We accept all kinds. Stories about your life, stories about our lives, things that you might have heard on the podcast that you have any, you know, concerns or questions about, and you want to know further detail. We even have people write in and about stories that they've heard on the podcast about other people's lives, and they want to give their input or, you know, anything. We accept all kinds. In this square room, we don't judge. We just love. You don't like that?
I did. You put on your radio voice too.
Thank you.
Not bad. Yes. Okay. So today we have a submission from Sean J. Not Sanjay.
Okay.
Sean.
I was like, how do you say it? Okay.
Like
Sean.
Yeah.
With a J at the end.
SEAN. Like
okay.
Sean J.
Sean John.
I mean, without the.
Oh no.
Okay. And he says, "Hey Joe and Des, I'm writing in."
Why is Joe always first? D comes before J, people. Des and Joe.
Joe and Des and Joe. I feel like they both sound equally good. Okay. You see, this is
no,
why
they
are you
don't.
So stubborn.
Because in the alphabet, D comes before J.
In this square room, J comes before D because I started this shit.
Actually, in this square room, J never comes. Got him.
Oh.
She doesn't like that one.
Oh god. The emotional damage. Damn.
I thought that was a pretty good one.
It was, but
Okay.
I feel like I was just shot.
I'm sorry.
I need some water. I need some milk. Holy shit. Damn. That was a good one, but why'd it have to be a Mike's Vince?
It's just the way you said it. I didn't like it.
In this room, Jane never goes, fuck you. Fuck off. I can't even read this anyway. Everyone, please. My one request is that when you continue to write in, always put Joe first. Thank you. Y'all heard what he just said to me. That was that was below the belt. No
They're
pun
laughing.
intended.
It definitely wasn't.
Okay, stop. Go ahead. Okay, you got jokes today. You got jokes. I'm upset. Look, my dog is looking
He's
up
like,
at
get me out of here.
What is going on? I know he's hungry. Okay, he says, hey, Joe and Des, I'm writing in because I've been feeling a little down on myself. I feel like I've constantly set goals for myself of things I've wanted to do, see, and accomplish, etc. And I haven't gotten around to most of them. Part of it is procrastination, part fear, and part, I don't know. I feel motivated in my head, but my actions would lead you to think otherwise. I'm hoping I'm not alone in this. So my question to you guys is, what is something that you've always wanted to do but haven't yet? Why haven't you done it yet? And do you think you'll ever do it? Love the pod.
Huh. Okay. You're not alone in this. That's for sure. As Joe was reading it, I'm thinking of everything that I'm supposed to be doing. And I'm like, yep.
Literally, I could have written this email. Like, it was yeah, I feel the exact same way.
Where do I start?
Well, let's start with his... You want to maybe react to what he said first, and then we'll get to the actual specific questions?
Everything you're feeling is completely natural.
It is.
We all make lists for ourselves of things we want to do. I feel like... No, I can't say that. That's going to get us canceled.
What?
The people that, like... If you're on like social media a lot, I think that is what's kind of getting you not depressed.
I know what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
You're trying to say sometimes when you, even if it's not intentional, when you compare yourself to other people's lives, and again, it may not be intentional, but you see certain things, you see certain milestones, whether it's celebrities or friends of yours or just people around your age group, and some may be
look like they're living life.
First of all, know that social media is not real.
Fake.
Like everyone, like even Des and I, right? Like we're going to post the best parts of our lives because, I mean, why would we post...
I actually barely posted.
I didn't get out of bed today. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, that's just not... It's just not what normal people do. I mean, unless you're like a daily vlogger and like... Yeah,
and you have to.
Yeah. But again, they're doing it for the money. Like, no average person is going to be like, oh my... And if they are, that is a cry for help. So like, you know, don't compare yourself to social media. It is not real. It is the enhanced, highlighted version of the best parts of people's lives. Yeah. No, that's a very good point. Like,
that's what I was trying to say, but I was going to say something racist along the line.
Yeah, let's
No, thank you. I'm glad you finished that for me.
I also think that he said part of his procrastination. I mean, that is natural. Everyone procrastinates. I guess you just have to motivate yourself to do it, and you will procrastinate from time to time. It's just kind of holding yourself accountable and being like, you know what? I'm not going to procrastinate today.
I've had my laundry on my bed for 2 weeks. My son, since he broke his leg, sometimes stays in my room. So yesterday, I'm like, okay.
You're letting poor little Brookfoot Caden...
I just pushed the clothes to the side.
Have to climb over a mountain of clothes.
No, I pushed them in the corner.
You always push it to the side.
Yeah. Well, I sleep upstairs on the couch and let him have the bed. But like, I'm like, okay, I folded them. I put the sweaters all on top of each other so I can put them in a hanger. Mm-hmm. And then I pushed them to the corner because I wanted to lay down.
So you know how the other day I had like a whole pile of clothes on my chair, right?
Yeah.
So earlier today I start folding them. They're on my bed, right? To be... Yeah, the ones that need to be hung, I just put like over the back of the chair. Yeah. Because I'm like, I gotta get hangers. And then the rest of the stuff I folded. And but I didn't finish. I folded like half of them. And then I was like, you know, it was right after we got off the phone. I was like, I have a little bit of time. I want to lay down for like an hour. But I was like, but the clothes are on the bed. My mind was put them back on the
chair.
And I was like, no. I was like, I'll reward myself by laying down if I put like they're already folded. Why would I put them back?
I pushed mine in the corner.
And you know what's funny? The ones on the bottom of the chair were already folded too.
Mm-hmm.
But like, to be fair, those have been folded and sitting there since my foot was like really bad and like I couldn't. So I was like, months. I use that as a month. But yeah, and I'm like, why do we do that? Like, just get it over with. In my head, I'm like, I can. I have time to do it right now. So I did it. I mean, again, the clothes aren't all gone, but I was able to at least put half of them away. But like, the fact that in my head I was really like, these folded clothes that I can put away in like 30 seconds
right now,
I'm choosing not to. Why? It would take me more time, or I guess the same amount of time, to transfer them to the
chair. And yep,
because they were folded, so I couldn't just push them to the other side of the bed because they would thing. I mean, I could have, but I folded them, so I didn't. But it was ridiculous. I don't know why we do that.
I enjoy procrastination. I'm not gonna lie. I believe that everybody needs to give sides. They need to give themselves like room for error. Like, yeah, you're gonna procrastinate. You know, it's only natural. If we didn't procrastinate, there wouldn't be a word for it. So I mean, might as well do it. Mm-hmm. But you have to, like Joe said, you have to find a way to motivate yourself to do it. And I'm not talking like, okay, you want to travel all of Europe or a continent, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna do it next month. Like, if you can, then good for you. Like, that's crazy. Mm-hmm. I wish I could.
No, you don't.
No, I don't. No, I
you
don't.
Hate
as
traveling.
soon as the thing is, right?
You hate like activities.
No, I don't. Okay, we can talk about it after.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll make a note so we don't forget, because you know we will.
But yeah, when I was younger, like, I really, really loved volleyball, and I was like, okay, like, I'm gonna go to school. I was supposed to go to school in the States, and I looked at the school I wanted to go to, and I looked at their volleyball team and everything, and then I had my son, and then I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna go. The people who do know that I wanted to go, they were like, nah, you should still go. But the idea of me not being there all the time, like whenever my son or his mom would need my help or whatever, I didn't like that idea. So I just kind of pushed the volleyball thing to the back of my mind, and like, whatever I could do here, I kind of did here. And like, even with like going to college, I'm like, okay, if I go to college and I want to play volleyball, it's going to take even more time away from him. And how's she going to pick him up from daycare? So I'm kind of like, I won't play. And like, I kind of pushed things that I want to do to the side for other people, regardless if it was family or friends or whatever. Like, that's why I come off so nonchalant, because like, anytime that I choose to do something for myself, I feel like people kind of ruin it for me. So that's why, like, I just kind of push everything aside that I personally want to do. But it's okay to be afraid. And it's like when you're going into a pool and you don't know what the temperature of the water is, you kind of dip your toe in first. You know, you got to take baby steps. So if you're
crazy, you just jump right in.
Yeah, and that's me. I jump right in, because if I feel a little bit of the water and it's cold, I'm like, no, I'm not going. Exactly. Yeah. So it's either you're gonna, you got to know yourself. If you're a person that like, you have to go all in or you're not gonna do it, then by all means, if it doesn't harm anybody and offend anybody, then go all in, man.
And I think that also, it's not, that doesn't even just touch on the procrastination part. It touches on the fear part, because sometimes you're scared, and dipping your toe in can only enhance the fear. Because now you have the fear and the anticipation of what you're about to do. Sometimes you just need to kind of rip the Band-Aid off. Like, truly. If you know you want to do it bad enough, I think it was Will Smith that said that.
Was this before or after he boxed Chris Rock?
Before. This is years ago. It said, like, and I'm paraphrasing, but it was that, like, success and happiness is on the other side of fear. Once you can get over that fear, nothing is holding you back from the things that you want to do and that make you happy. So it's important to, just do what you can and try to push through that fear. And it's not always easy. Sometimes you may need a push or two. You may need someone to keep you accountable. Sometimes, you do dip your toe and you get a little scared, but you just got to, like, get back on the horse and push yourself again. If you know you really want to do it, I think it's more so about, like, what is it? Like at least I tried type of thing. Yeah, rather than like living your life and being like, oh, I never did it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, living with those like what ifs. Like procrastination, it happens. Don't beat yourself up about it, but like little things like me, like today I could have easily procrastinated, and I mean I still kind of did because I didn't do all my laundry, but like it's like, okay, let's put these clothes away and then we can try to take a nap. Like that was my reward because I wanted to take a nap, but I had something to do. So I'm like, okay, let me reward myself by kind of justifying taking this nap in the middle of the day by doing something that I was really supposed to do anyways, but
I do that all the time.
And
it's kind of like let's say one of your things is like, okay, let you get your license. And every time you think about it, it gives you anxiety. So then you don't do it. And now you're not thinking about it. You're like, oh, months later, you're like, oh, yeah, I should really get my license now. And then you go online, you go book a test and you're like, oh my God, this is terrifying. No, like, forget it. You just got to do it. Or if you can't do it, let somebody else, if it's just whether it's going online and setting it up for you, let them set it up for you. And then once it's done, it's done.
Yeah, I think with things that you are really, truly motivated to do, the fear of not doing it should be greater than the fear of doing it. And I think that's how you can push through, fear and unintentional procrastination. Because if it's like, oh, I'm kind of nervous to do it, but like, I don't want to miss this opportunity. Like, I'm more scared to miss this chance or more scared to not try. Yeah. That will push you forward. And then he also says, what is something you've always wanted to do but haven't yet? He asked 3 questions, but that's the first one.
What is something you've always wanted to do but never did? That's crazy because I'm going to tell you that I've done everything I wanted to do already. That's because I don't really want to do anything. When I was younger, I did want to be an assassin. Okay. Okay, so we can actually talk about it now then, since that's one of the questions. It's not that I don't like traveling or I don't like going places. People ruin that experience for me because people want me to have the fun that they want me to have, not the fun that I want to have. Fair. So I just tell everybody I don't like to do anything and I don't like to go anywhere. So that's kind of something that, like, I would love to go to Hawaii. Like, that looks like fun. But I know if I go to Hawaii with somebody, they're going to, like, one day out of the 7 that I'm there, they're going to be like, let's do that. I don't want to. And the second you tell somebody that you don't want to do something when you go on a trip, you just ruin the whole trip. So
not necessarily. So what is your ideal type of trip then? Like,
I go wherever it is, Hawaii, somewhere nice that I can just dip my toes in the water and leave me alone. Like, whatever I choose to do that, like, I just wake up and I'm like, okay.
You just kind of want to go with the flow.
Yeah. So like when I went to Jamaica with my cousins and one of their girlfriends, that was great. We didn't bother each other. When we got there, we said, okay, the first night we'll kind of chill together, whatever. We'll go for breakfast the next morning. The rest of the trip was up to whatever we wanted to do. When we saw, because some of our rooms were near each other. So when we saw each other, hey, what are you doing? Okay, forget it.
Oh, it was kind of like y'all were there together, but
also on your own kind of thing. Okay, are we going to the club tonight? Yeah. What time do I need to be ready? All right. Sometimes I'll see them at 8 a.m. because that's when I'm going to bed and they're just kind of waking up. And then when I wake up at like around noon, I don't know where they are. They're gone kayaking or whatever. And I just go by the pool and I'm chilling. And when they see me, they see me. If they want to stay here, they stay here. Like, we just kind of minded our own business.
Yeah.
And like when we got together, we got together. And I love that so much. But I know not a lot of people are like that. A lot of people, they're like, okay, can we at least do this? Can we at least do that?
Especially if it's just like you and a significant other.
Yeah.
Then they're like, come on, like, I want to do this stuff and I want to do it with you.
Exactly. So. And the second you say no, it's an issue. So,
because that's the thing. Like, luckily you were in a group, so like, they were doing their own thing. And even, but if you travel with like one other person, it's kind of like obligation that you guys do everything together.
And like, even with my roommate or my cousin who I shared the room with, we did our own things, like, whatever. Like, you wake up when you wake up, I wake up. I'm not gonna be like, oh, get up, come, let's go to the beach, come, no. Go.
Okay, so your answer to that question is
travel. We'll say travel. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, you have traveled, so because he said what's something you always want to do but haven't yet.
Traveled.
But you have.
I don't consider that travel.
But like, not.
I've gone
in the
to
way,
Jamaica.
Not in the
and
way.
And I went to Florida. Ooh.
Those are the only places you've been?
Yeah.
Really?
Where else am I supposed to go?
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that. Anyways, okay, so travel. Mine would be skydive, actually.
Okay.
I want to skydive for like a decade.
But you're scared.
Now.
Like Wonderland skydive?
No, like
skydive plane. Okay,
yeah.
yes, we did talk about that.
Yeah. And it's funny because like over the years I've like talked to certain friends and I'm like, oh, do you want to do it with me? And everyone's like, no, you're crazy. So like I finally talked myself into like, okay, I'll just do it by myself. Who cares? Like
when?
It's not like
When?
Honestly, I wanted to do it this spring/summer, but like with my ankle and stuff.
All right, let's do this next year.
Well,
fuck.
No, I wanted to do it this year.
Oh.
But I don't know if that's possible. Although,
It's not.
Flying through what? Why are you?
It's not. How much pressure is on your foot when you're falling?
Well, no, nothing, because you're in the air, like you're floating.
Well, it looks like you're floating, but you're still kind of falling.
No, I heard that when you're free falling, it feels very weightless, and then obviously once a parachute, your thing. But for me, it's the landing. Because I don't want to land crazy on my ankle. I don't know. So that's kind of up in the air. But like, I was like, yeah, like that's something that I've wanted to do for so long. I'll do it by myself. But like, it's also scary. It's very nerve wracking to do with or without people. It's a very nerve wracking thing. The second part of this question, why haven't you done it yet? Yeah. So I think we both kind of answered that already.
Yeah. I would definitely skydive.
Yeah, I mean, I would too, but it's just like it's I don't know. I think part of it is procrastination too. Honestly, it's not just fear. It's really what you said, Sean J, because he put them together. So I don't know. Like I don't know, but yeah. And then the last part of the question is, do you think you will ever do it? And mine is yes, for sure. Like I think I owe it to myself. Like I said to you, for me, the fear of not doing it is greater than my fear of doing it. It's definitely something I want to experience, maybe more than once, honestly. Like if I like it, I would be one of those people who practices to like jump on my own, Mm-hmm. So I definitely want to do it. What about you? For yours?
That's gray area-ish. If I have a significant other, which for some reason I seem to always want to speak to somebody, then no. Because they will never know this.
That you want to travel?
Yeah. Because then they want to do it in pairs. Like I've told girls, like if I was ever married or together, like with them or whatever, go about your business.
I think you said you'd do a honeymoon and like that's
it. And that's only because I want to go to Italy. So like fuck off. But like go travel with your friends. Go do that shit with your friends.
Trip to Italy.
No.
Why?
You didn't just hear what I just said, Joe.
No.
I just want to go about my business.
But you didn't let me finish. I said we should do a friend trip to Italy and then like you can do your own thing.
Okay, we can take the plane together to Italy.
And like stay in the same hotel. It doesn't have to be the same hotel room, but like
No, I know. Yeah. But I'm just thinking like that means you're
like that's too close.
Yeah, that's a chance of you knocking on my door.
Wow. Okay. I knock on your door, you're like,
oh my God.
No, speak English.
Yeah.
Nah, fuck you. I'm gonna just to spite you. I want to go to Italy soon.
I'm supposed to go to France in 2 years. Somebody from my work is getting married, and that's where he's having the honeymoon. And he said he would like me to be the
honeymoon.
Sorry, the wedding.
The wedding. I was like,
and he wants me to be one of his groomsmen. So
nice.
That's pretty cool. So yeah, I'm gonna go to France.
Paris, France, or where?
Yeah.
Nice.
My plan is to get super in shape next year and try and hold it for the year after.
Did I hold it? I don't know why you phrasing it that way. It's so funny.
Because when I go there, I gotta be sexy. Are you crazy?
You're like, oui, oui.
Bonjour, mademoiselle.
Ew.
Je m'appelle Deswayne.
You're literally like Pepe Le Pew.
100%. 100%.
And like all the French girls are like that poor cat just trying to get away.
I hate you.
If you guys don't know what I'm referring to, just
Google it.
Like YouTube.
It will be canceled.
Pepe Le Yeah, he was canceled because he's aggressive as fuck.
He's misunderstood.
He's a sexual predator.
He's misunderstood.
The woman was running away.
Because he's a skunk and he smells bad. That's why you guys don't watch it.
But it doesn't matter. No means no.
She didn't say no. She just ran. It's a game.
Whether it's a no, I don't think you're attractive, or no, you stink.
Actually, we'll touch base on that next. Sean
J.
Sean.
No, like, seriously. He wrote Sean J.
Sean J. No, you're not alone. You're just battling within yourself. It's mostly fear more than procrastination in my eyes. well, what it sounds like, I should say. It sounds like it's more of a fear thing. And you convince yourself that, maybe you shouldn't do it now or da-da-da-da. You're only getting older. Now is as good a time as any, to be honest. There's things that like, okay, when I was in grade 9, 10, 11, I could dunk.
Des,
when I was in high school.
9, 10, 11, 12.
I was always going to say 12. When I was in high school, like, I was jumping like crazy. And that's one thing I really liked, is that I jump really high. And then, like, in my early 20s, when I was working, I was still playing volleyball. And everyone was kind of like, no, you shouldn't do that. Like, you're making money now. You can't just go injuring yourself. Because when I want the ball, I'm getting the ball. Like, I'm all over the place. So they're like, no, you got to focus on work. That's what's making you your money. You can't be off because you injure yourself, da-da-da-da. So after a while, I was kind of like, yeah, you know what? Maybe they're right. So I kind of stopped playing and, like, slowed down how much I played. And then it went to, okay, volleyball or work. I'm like, oh, yeah, well, okay, I need money. So I go to work, and
if you didn't need money, you'd 1,000,000,000,000% pick volleyball.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. So now that I'm 28 and I'm like,
28 and feeling great.
I have to pick.
Sorry, that was my dog shaking work. Out.
And like, I hate the fact that I'm 28 and like I still really want to play volleyball. And it's not that I can't.
I actually thought that was what you were gonna say. Your thing was.
I was going to, but I don't like to say it because my son said something one day and I didn't like it.
What?
Because he knows the whole story and whatever. So he was like, "Oh yeah, you didn't go because of me," and I'm like, "No, that's not true. Like, it wasn't because of you. I made the choice not to go."
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was your own
of my own decision. I'm
not talking to him. No, it was like you wanted to be there for him.
Exactly.
But
you
didn't feel obligated. Like I get it. It was
you.
Like,
so when he did say that, it kind of like I was like, okay, like I don't want him to misunderstand what I'm trying. What I'm talking about every time I talk about it. So when I talk about it, I don't use that anymore mentally as like one of the things I wish I did kind of thing.
Fair, but it could be, it doesn't even have to be like, I wish I did it at that time. It could be like, I wish I'm doing it right now.
No, it's my brain. That's why I didn't choose it.
No, fair. Yeah. You want to like positive reinforcement.
Yeah.
Have like, a positive association.
I don't want to tell him like, no, that's not the reason why. And then I'm talking to my friends. I'm like, if I didn't have this little nigga, you know where I would have been? Oh my God.
Thank you for the question, Sean J. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you're not alone, man. You're not alone.
You're not. I wish you all the best in finding the motivation to do what you got to do. And the thing about being scared is a lot more people are scared than you realize, but they're just doing it. Like they're working through the fear, and like that's what you got to do. Don't let things hold you back. Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. Again, it's thissquareroom.com for any questions. We would love to hear from you.
So during the listener question, I was like, oh yeah, that's something. What'd you say? No means no. And I was like, oh, we'll touch base on that next. Yeah, you're like, oh no, Pepe Le Pew, no means no.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Canada's top court says voluntary extreme intoxication is now a defense in violent crimes.
I saw that. I was like, what?
And for you that don't know what that means in Canada,
saying I was drunk as fuck
is now an excuse. It's a valid defense. Legal defense.
You know how people are like, being drunk is no excuse. Well, like legally it
is now, exactly. Even with sexual crimes. So if a guy is looking at a girl at a bar and decides to get super fucked up and decides to go do some fucking dumb shit to her, he can go to court and be like, I was drunk as fuck. I didn't know. That is fucking crazy, because most of the offense, that is the reason. They were drunk. They were too drunk to be able to control themselves. But you weren't too drunk to know that you're too drunk. So at what point did you realize you're too drunk?
And don't they say that like being drunk, especially when you're a fucking predator, like it brings out that side. Like,
it brings out that side even more.
Yeah, so it's like it brings out who you naturally are in the inside. So like, how's that a defense?
Exactly.
Because if you were that person sober and it just came out when you were drunk,
and now you're gonna say, yeah, I was just really drunk. That's fucking crazy to me.
That is wild.
That's insane. And when I saw that, I was like, there's no fucking
no
way.
Means no, unless a person was drunk.
which is crazy.
That is crazy.
Like that's.
I saw that. I'm glad you brought it up. I saw that the other day, and I was like,
when I saw it, I had to I googled it and I read just 3 articles because I'm like,
right?
no way,
yeah,
no fucking way. The Supreme Court, you guys are all fucked. Like whoever was like, yeah, I agree, yeah. Let's be fair, guys.
Yeah, I feel like it's people who have like sons who committed
probably
these types of assaults
and
are just like, well, he was drunk. He's really not that type of boy.
Yeah.
Chad is a really nice gentleman.
And now it's like they have to do even more to prove like, okay, look, see, he was sober at this point and he was watching her from then. Like that's too much. Yeah. Like he did what he did.
They're making it harder for the victims.
Oh God, and
to
it's
get
so
justice.
bad. It's so bad.
Yeah. And they're only like enforcing negative behavior and stuff. Because like I don't think the amount of crimes, like having this as a defense, there's not going to be more like bank robberies or carjackings and stuff.
Sorry, time out.
Yeah.
Was that the only listener question? Because I just jumped right into this.
Yeah, it was.
Okay. I didn't know if that was the only one we're doing or not. You're itching for a
next one, aren't you?
No, well, I didn't. I realized like I didn't wait for you.
Y'all, Des loves the listener questions.
I do.
Sometimes like when because like I try not to like read the whole emails, but I will like take a little peek to make sure no one's saying anything crazy. And sometimes I see emails and I'm like, oh, Des is gonna love this. I mean, I love them too, but Des is just like a child.
With the shits. Oh God,
you guys hear him. Sometimes by the time I'm done reading, he's like, please, can I go?
Let me go.
So that's like he's like, wait, is there another one? But that's a mess.
Yeah, the world is just a mess.
I think that's crazy.
That's insane.
Canada of all places. I'm sorry.
Crazy, right?
Would pass that in the States first.
That's what I thought. So when I saw it, I'm like, are they sure?
Yeah.
Are they sure it was
like,
us?
This has to be fake. And
no way. Oh my God.
Way.
That's crazy. Like just the thought of it alone is disgusting.
It is disgusting.
Just to have that fucking guy smirking in the corner, knowing damn well what he did.
What do you mean?
Like
the
guy who was too drunk.
Yeah, I was like, I thought you were talking about someone specific. I'm like, whoo, spill the tea. I'm looking for a tweet. Tweet, and away we go. 8 rocking in the treetop all day long. I don't know the rest of the fucking song. You know the beat though. Okay, so Kelly Rowland tweeted the other day. Kelly Rowland, she was in Destiny's Child, and she has solo music as well, but I don't think she's released anything. Yeah,
I know, I'm joking.
But I haven't heard anything of hers in a long time.
Not since Dilemma.
I'm
joking. I'm joking.
Isn't Motivation her song?
No.
Baby.
Yes, be a motivation. Yeah.
And then who's the one who's like, I told y'all I was gonna bump like this. Y'all didn't think that I could bump. Is that not her?
Maybe.
Anyways, she tweeted something the other day, and she's so innocent. So she said, "Good evening, beautiful people. Can you tell me your favorite thing about yourself?" Innocent, sweet little question, right? On Twitter. So someone responded, a guy actually responded, "My face."
Okay.
Nice. Okay, that's his favorite thing about himself. Now, sweet, poor, innocent, Calindria Rowland was trying to be positive and interact with her fans or whatever, but she didn't realize how what she said sounded. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, she's just innocent. So again, she said, "Tell me what your favorite thing is about yourself." The guy said, "My face," and she was like, "Come on, my face, like my whole face, catch it, I love it." But she meant like
come on, my face.
Come on, my
face. Yeah.
But when you're typing, it just says
all
caps, "Come on, my face," like all caps, "My whole face, catch it, I love it." And she had to delete the tweet.
She had to.
Yeah, so she was like, "I had to delete that tweet. I just saw what y'all were talking about. That statement was not that tone, and y'all know it. No one was kind enough to warn me."
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I was like, "Oh, poor
girl. Hush.
It's okay." Also, in the world of the internet, Michael Blackson, that like comedian.
Yeah.
Is that what he is?
Yeah. He's supposed to be a comedian.
Well, because like I know him.
Modasoka.
Yeah. I know him from like I don't know if he did Vines. But like Instagram
There
videos.
was before Instagram and all that.
So it was Vine?
Yeah.
Because he wasn't before Vine. I mean,
yeah, he was.
Oh, so I didn't know about him.
No.
I knew about him because like Vine, Instagram. I don't know if I'm sure he has like a TikTok now. I don't follow him. I don't follow him. I just see him, people reposting and stuff. But his wife, they were doing like an interview, and his wife was saying that she allows him to have one side chick a month.
Do you know where that came from?
What do you mean?
Because he did an interview.
Well, he's in this one.
No, he was in one by himself, and he said it, and that's where things started to pop off because people didn't believe him.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna play. Hold on. I hope you guys can hear this. Hold on.
Touch on, Rada, you allow, or should I say, accept Michael having one side chick a month. Why does that work for you?
Well, the reason why, and it's not even allowing, it's more, I've been in a long-term relationship, and I've said this before. You having sex with the same individual for years, it gets boring. And I just wanted some excitement in the bedroom.
Michael, would that same arrangement work in Rada's case if she wanted to have one side piece a month as well?
I mean, she's allowed to have any female she wants.
But not a man?
Not a man, because she don't want a man. We don't need another penis in the relationship.
What do you need from other women that you feel like you can't get from the person you want to call your wife?
Just some new coochie.
Literally, that's his answer. Just some new coochie.
He's not wrong.
He's not right either.
Of course he is.
No, it's because it's a hypocrisy. He was like, we don't need another penis in the relationship.
She doesn't want one. She doesn't want one. That's what he said.
That's what he said.
But
you know what I believe?
The question was answered.
I believe that because, listen, I don't think
No, but go ahead. Yeah.
He is not my type.
Cup of tea. Mm-hmm.
Right. I mean, just physically. I'm not talking his personality or whatever, right? He's, whatever. Okay. You get what I'm saying. But, like, I think he has, whether or not myself or anyone else finds him good looking, he is a man of a certain status.
Mm-hmm.
And he, makes his money. He's on TV. He's doing tours and, whatever. Now, when a man is in that type of position, coochie, as he says, is thrown at him a lot, which means that there's a lot of temptation. And a lot of men who live that lifestyle, I mean, a lot of men who don't even live that lifestyle, but specifically in that, people who tour, whether it's, musical artists or athletes, like, they tend to be tempted, and a lot of them fall into temptation. And I think for her, she likes, I'm sure she loves him, but I think it's also the lifestyle and the everything that comes with the lifestyle that she's just like, you know what, I'm willing to deal with this. And especially if it's a thing that is open, like, he's doing this, but it's something that we've discussed, like, he's not cheating behind my back, so to speak. I think it's like something she can live with, but I don't think that it's something that she would want to do, or that she would agree to if he was just an average Joe. I think that if they really wanted to explore things, most couples would do things together, or if they're swingers, it's something that they do together. They swing together, they swap partners, or they bring in a third. Most people aren't like, he's allowed to go have one woman a month. And then someone in the comments actually brought up the question of, like, what if he goes to the same woman once a month? Now, is that crossing the line because maybe now an emotional connection is being formed, or is it only okay if it's a different person, hit it and quit it like one and done type of thing? You know what I mean?
When these things get, like, posted and all that stuff, like, celebrities and their lives and sex and what they do and what they don't do, I hate to talk about it because I feel like it doesn't matter.
For sure. Oh, of course not. None of it matters.
Because, like, the same way is...
That's their lives. Doesn't affect us.
Exactly. And I hate when people talk about it because it's like, okay, if, for example, it was him being homosexual, now it would be he can do whatever he wants to do. That's not your business. That's his business.
Well, not if
But
he was
she's
cheating.
okay with it. So I feel like that doesn't even need to be talked about. If I'm like,
Fair.
hey, Joe, you know, I heard in your relationship you guys XYZ. And you're like, yeah, you know, I'm cool with it. Done. I'm not going to ask you another fucking question.
That is fair, because if she, regardless of her reasons, if she's saying like this is fine with
for
me,
people to make her feel like it's not okay, even
because you said that's why they did this interview, because he had said it and people were just like, nah,
exactly, yeah.
I didn't see that,
and he was very like nonchalant about it, and the guy was kind of like, so your wife knows that you sleep, and he's like, yeah. Like we have an agreement.
So they did this interview because people weren't really believing
exactly.
it.
So now let's add her in and get her piece of it too.
I get it. So it's like now they're outing whatever they do in their relationship because they feel like they need to prove it to other people.
Yeah, exactly.
Fair.
So, and like before that, you never heard anything about him and his marriage or nothing like that.
I know
or
he was married.
So it's like when people bring things, people always want to have something to say, and I don't feel like there needs to be anything to say. If she's allowed to have other women and she's okay with it, maybe those women use toys that she likes and she doesn't need a physical man. She just needs the penis. That's okay with her. She's more than thrilled than that. Now she doesn't have a next man ringing down her phone. You know, like how they do their thing. That's like, to me, that sounds fine.
Don't yuck their yum.
You know what I'm like? That's a good one. I like that. Hey, don't yuck their yum. And like the way I look at it and the way I'm listening to her talk about it, it almost sounds like now she feels like she has to defend herself.
Oh, she 100% does. Because I was, like I said, I was reading the comments and people are like, oh, well, from the minute, even the interviewer was kind of like, oh, so she's not allowed, like, to have another man. Mm-hmm. And, you know, his answer was kind of, you know, it was a little political. He was like, well, you know, she can have any female she wants. And like, whatever. And she's like, oh, but not another man. Like, you know, like people were trying
and he's like, she doesn't want another man.
I think it's the point, but to be fair, she should have said that. She should be like,
no,
oh, you know.
But the question wasn't to her.
I know, but it's like, how you want to talk about me when I'm right here? Like,
but the same way, they were talking about him. When he was right there, he didn't say a word when she was talking. He stayed quiet.
No, they were asking her, she was answering what she allows in her relationship, not what he does.
You allow him to da-da-da. I would have personally jumped in and been like, first of all, we're not going to use the word allows. Exactly.
Yeah, true.
But he stayed quiet and she corrected it herself. Mm-hmm. And I respect that.
Because the first half, he was just sitting there in his sunglasses, like not moving.
Nothing. And like, even like, and I kind of understand that. Because for me, I always said like, if I get cheated on, like if you come to me and you're like, Des, like, I kind of want to see other people, but I want this relationship, da-da-da. I'm fine with that. Just don't put no penis in your mouth. That's the only thing I ask for. Like, literally, go do whatever you want. Like, that once a month thing, I will agree with that. Yeah,
what if it was like, I want to engage in, like, a group gangbang once
just
a month.
Don't put
no head, but it'll be like double fist.
Knock yourself out.
Pen.
You're free to do whatever you want to do.
Oh, okay.
You're free to live your life. If you feel like that's your best life, that's your best life.
Okay.
I don't want you to stop you from being you because of me.
You're crazy. I don't know. Like, I get it that, like, that's your thing, but, like, I feel like the penetration is so much more intimate than the oral.
It's just, it is more intimate. It's just what I like more. My preference.
Right, so because it's more sacred to you, like that's
exactly.
Where you draw
that's
the
where
line.
I draw the line. Yeah,
you're like a vagina.
If I'm gonna cheat and I'm gonna give, you know, I'm gonna fuck some girl.
You would do well in jail then, because everyone has a mouth. No, like, don't look at me like that. No, seriously though, like if you had to get head from a guy and it was good, and a guy's gonna know how to give that good sloppy toppy.
I hear what you're saying
because they know how it feels, and they're like, yo, Des, suck that dick, bro. Yo, I'm gonna rock your world.
No, I believe you. No.
You would, Des.
No.
Des. You're serving life in jail.
Then kill me now. I decided if I'm like literally like gonna be in jail until I'm old, I will kill myself.
Yeah, but what if you try and they keep, you know?
No.
Like
Doc,
they you know.
Doc, don't bring me back.
No, but it's like, you know, you're trying to hang yourself and they
you
try to stab
or whatever.
Yeah, you know how they.
No, I'll be in solitary. I'd actually lose my shit immediately. Like I'd be one of those people.
What if they would not allow you?
I'd be one of those people. There's no would not.
Masturbates and watch porn.
There's no would
almost
not.
Every single day. You're telling me that at no point would you.
At no point. At no point. The reason why I say at no point is I'm in the courtroom and they tell me that I'm not getting out until I'm like 50, 60, like this age now until I'm 50, 60.
That's not life.
No, I'm just saying. Life is 25 years here, right?
I don't know. No, they say 25 to life, but like you could, depending on what they can stack sentences. You get like 25 here or 25 there.
No,
like,
I know.
You know what I mean?
I'm losing my shit immediately.
If you knew that you would be in jail
Didn't I
until
tell
you
you I
were
was gonna-
74, so it's like you still have a little bit of life
Dead.
after, but like
Dead.
Des.
Joe, think about it. Think about.
Okay, before you die,
No,
would
no,
you
no, no, no.
accept
No, think
oral
about it.
stimulation from another man?
Like as my last
Would
meal
you or
kind
would
of
you-
thing?
as your last
Do I get to choose the guy?
as your last ejaculation. Yeah, say that there's like a lineup of like 5 guys who are like, yo.
No. They're getting too into it. I don't like that.
No, but they're like,
No.
yo, listen, if you want it.
No. See, that's too much. What? Why you? No. I need somebody who's like, I don't want to do this. No.
Oh my God. Wait. No. Wait, you're already in jail. So time out. If someone doesn't want to do it, you like take this dick down your throat. That's assault, sir. And you're adding more years
Not
to your
if I'm drunk.
Oh,
Too
no.
soon. I'm so
Too
sorry.
soon.
I'm so sorry.
Too soon.
It was the court's rule.
So I guess you wouldn't be adding more years to your. Well, no, because you're
I'm
not
dying.
drunk in jail
I'm
because
dying.
having any alcohol or like whatever they
Last
make is
meal.
contraband.
Last meal.
Last meal, you would be eating the dick.
But no, I would say as my last meal, alcohol, and then get some head, and then.
Oh no! Your last meal, they walk you out like right after. You don't interact with any of the
Oh
inmates.
no, I mean like last meal before your death row.
Yeah, they
Oh.
they put you in a room. They give you your last meal, and then when you finish, they walk you out into the room. Like there's no like going
Okay.
back to the common area. No.
Nah. Like I would, like it's just the idea of being in jail. Like if they're like, okay, you have 10 years, I'll hold out the 10 years. I will. But if it's like anything,
I believe that.
when I like if
What
I
if
get
it's
out,
20 years?
okay,
You would kill yourself for 20
I
years
would,
in jail?
I would.
Yo, sorry. Trigger warning for anyone. Talks of.
The reason why I say I would is because
I love how I say trigger warnings when we've been talking about it for like 5 minutes.
let's say, like, imagine when you're born, right?
Okay.
The time from when you were born to when you're 20 years old. Look how thick.
long. I'm like, how am I not dead yet?
You see what I'm saying? Look how many things have advanced.
Yeah.
Technology, certain things.
Yo,
when
it'll be a
I come
different
out
world.
in 20 years, I don't know
Cars
shit.
aren't even flying. They're like teleporting.
And I can't handle not knowing shit.
But you would be in there, like you would have TV. Like,
I
there's a
can't
common area
handle
TV.
not knowing shit. I can't come out because 20 years, I'd be 48. I can't come out and Caden is 33. And I'm looking at him and his children like, what the fuck happened?
No, but like you would see him. He'd come visit you
If he
and the
chooses
babies-
to.
he
Maybe,
would.
maybe not.
He would.
It depends on why I'm in there.
I mean, fair, but I'm assuming you didn't do anything to like.
If I'm there for 25 till dead.
I mean, fair point. Okay. All right.
So yeah, like I don't know. No. Head is just a very like personal. Like I really.
Would you rather
enjoy it.
clap cheeks and get head
What?
in jail?
Why are we having this?
Would you rather?
Joe,
Would you rather?
No.
Stick it in a butt?
I would rather no.
You'd rather take it up? the
No.
butt?
First of all, I wouldn't be hard enough to like.
Oh, so you take it?
I wouldn't purposely take it,
You drop.
but I would accept it.
The thing is, oh yeah, Poppy. I forgot about that. Oh, so you would be the one sucking dick and bending over for
No,
Poppy?
no,
Yeah?
I wouldn't be sucking dick.
Let
No.
me rewind to like a month or two ago.
Hey,
Because you said anything for anything for you,
Anything for
Poppy.
you, Poppy. Okay, Poppy. Help. What'd you say, Poppy? I'm coming.
Yo, I can't. You go from like I wouldn't let anyone else suck my dick, and I can't get hard, but like anything for you, but like you. So what if Poppy wanted to pleasure you because you've been good?
No.
No, Poppy, no.
Poppy. It's okay. It's okay,
Please.
Poppy. All for you. All for you, Poppy.
Yo,
It's good. It's good.
what is this car? Why are you even entertaining me asking all these questions?
I don't know, to be honest. I don't know. At first, I was stopping it, and then you
just
kept going, and you kept going.
Yeah.
And then when I thought we're done, you're like, okay.
Sanjay, in life, you keep persisting. Never take no for an answer. And if they do, just say you're drunk.
How come you get to say it, but when I said it was too soon?
Because the one you made was like, it was like too realistic. Like everyone knows that you and I are joking, but like with that, it was like, yikes. Okay, well, we are gonna get to the question of the day, but just I feel like everything I've told you about Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly has been against your will, and I understand that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just trying to prepare you, basically.
No, I understand.
Because there's more.
What? How could there be more?
Megan Fox believes that she made Machine Gun Kelly by manifesting him when she was 4 years old. Because she's a few years older than him. So she feels like she manifested him when she was 4, and that's why he was born. She made him. That's it. Do you have anything to say? Because I'm ready to move on.
I can. Her choice of words are very peculiar.
Yes, because a lot of people have said shit like that before. It's like, oh my God.
I've always dreamed of you from I was a little girl. You're perfect. I think I
dreamed you into existence.
Yeah.
But that's sweet.
Yeah.
I made you. I manifested you at 4
years. That's fucking terrifying. 4 years old.
It's
especially seeming the person he is. That's terrifying if that's what you're thinking about at 4 years old.
They clearly do seem like soulmates because like nobody knew how crazy and weird she was, or him.
How does nobody know that? In the movies, you guys didn't see it in her face.
But here's the thing: nobody knew the extent. Nobody knew.
I saw her in Transformers, because that's the first time I ever knew who the fuck she was.
You thought that?
I looked at her and I'm like, this bitch looks crazy, like crazy, like.
But the stuff that people are learning now is like, oh, she's crazy.
Yeah.
Like the pussy's probably fire, but like I don't want it. Like that type of crazy. You know?
I don't know, man.
Listen, I think she's probably a really chill. Like she seems to be really cool, and like as a friend, like I think I could be friends with her. But like if I were a man, I wouldn't be trying to pursue.
I'd try to pursue.
Despite, I mean, she's hot, obviously, but like all the other stuff, I don't know.
Chain me up.
I don't know. Okay. Well, because I mean, he said he saw her in Jennifer's Body, and like he wrote a song based off of like of that movie, and she was like a man-eating like vampire.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Like a bisexual vampire
that
like ate men to survive. Okay. It was.
She's a man-eater.
I mean,
literally,
bruv. Okay, so let's do the question of the day. Question of the day: if you were in jail, would you? No, I'm joking.
I was actually gonna rip that in. I was so mad just now.
I heard you kiss your teeth. No. The question of the day, and it's funny because I'm gonna go first because I know my answer. The question is: as a child, what do you think I wanted to be? I would have guessed a volleyball, like a pro volleyball player. Yeah. Like that, it was easy.
That's all I ever talked about as a kid anyways.
And that's the thing, like despite the conversation we had, like that would have been my answer regardless.
I would feel like you'd want to be, well, I didn't really know you as a child.
No, but it's like what you think.
Yeah, I think you'd want to be something that like helps people. Ugh.
Like a vet?
I said people, not animals.
Pets are people too.
Oh God. I could see you like, when you're like pretending your occupation as a kid, I can see you like always grabbing the stethoscope. I want to be the doctor.
What?
Stethoscope. The stethoscope.
There you go.
Thank you.
No, I never want to be a doctor because I can't.
Blood.
I could never. Mm-hmm. It's not just blood. Like I don't want to see people's insides. I don't want to give people needles. I don't want to not open up your mouth. Like most people don't brush your teeth properly. Like I can't.
You just look like somebody who wants to help people though.
I would like to help people, not in that way. Not medically. Nothing medical. Not a nurse. Not a doctor. Not a no.
Not an orthodontist.
No, not a dentist. Nothing.
Not an oculist.
I have thought about going back to school to get my doctorate, but that would be in business because I think it'd be like cool to get like the title doctor.
Yeah.
But like I don't want to be that type of doctor.
I can see that.
Yeah. And like I want to be in a situation where someone's like, anyone, is there a doctor in the house? And I'll be like, I'm a doctor. I'm like, please, my wife is choking. I'm like, no, I'm not that type of doctor.
You know what's crazy? I heard that in stand-up comedy.
What do you mean?
Like that exact thing.
Really?
Yeah, the guy was going around. I don't remember.
Who's stealing my material?
I'll have to find it and send it to you because somebody sent it to me. And he's like, he was talking to 3 people in the audience. One was an actual doctor, like a brain surgeon kind of shit. Mm. One was like a nurse doctor kind of thing.
Nurse practitioner.
And the other one was like what was he? Like a massage therapist or something. No, he was a shrink. What are they called? Therapist, like a therapist.
Psychologist or psychiatrist?
The ones that talk to you. Psychologists?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
I think psychiatrists are the ones who like prescribe.
And he has the title doctor. Mm-hmm. And the guy was like, oh, man, could you imagine an emergent situation? And everyone's like, doctor, we need a doctor. And he comes up and he's like, I'm a doctor. And they're like, okay, good. This person, he's like, not that kind of doctor. And then he goes over and he's like, so how does this make you feel? And the person's like screaming in pain. And
you see, this is why sometimes when people talk about like Kingsley, chill. When people talk about like stealing like jokes, it's like I think a lot of people can come up with the same types of jokes, because I've never heard that before, and I just made basically verbatim the same joke. Yeah. So
I'll try and find it.
There are certain situations though where you're like, nah, this is copy.
Maybe it was Russell Peters who said it.
Really?
Yeah.
But either way, no, I've never heard it.
Okay.
I have heard some of Russell Peters' stuff though.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay, that brings us to the end of our episode. Des, where can they find the podcast?
They can find the podcast on any social media platform.
Oh God, you can find us on Instagram and Twitter at This Square Room, and of course our website is thissquareroom.com. So if you want to write in, learn more about us, or see our cool new website, go to thissquareroom.com. We upload new episodes every single Tuesday. So
can we start a TikTok?
We have one. There's just no videos on it.
Okay, let's start putting videos up.
Ew, if you guys can see what Des is doing right now. So that's a no.
The Square Room. Square Room.
And on that note, we will see you next Tuesday.